What's up? Lots to think about, lots to reflect upon. 2024 it was a good year, but the question I might ask is, was it a good year for you? My 2024 was filled with change, loss, excitement. There's some newness right there at the end of the year. Joy, peace, grief. But as I sit back and reflect upon everything that happened in 2024, would I do it all again to be in the same position that I'm in right now? And I would probably ask you that question too. Would you do everything that you did this last year, as the year is coming rapidly to an end? Would you do the same things if you knew that you would be where you're at today? Would you do the same things if you could go back and replay your year, take the eraser and change it, erase it, modify it? And if the answer is yes, then I would take a second to dive deeper into why. If you would truly go back and change things that you did, things that you said, people that you met, people that you didn't, and you would actually go back and change it, why would you do it? Because the reality of that is, if you would change it, you probably shouldn't have done what you did. Unless what you did was something that you thought was going to give you an outcome that is completely different. I wouldn't change anything, really. Set some pretty good goals, accomplished some pretty good goals, met some really cool people. But with the greatness that has come in this year, it's stacked upon struggle. And it's a fact, it's inevitable, it's going to happen. But as I revert back to the question, would you change anything? If the answer is no, then the question that I would have is, why? Did it truly shape you into what you wanted to accomplish this year? Are your successes of the year stacked upon failure? What did you learn from those failures? Are there failures out there that you saw coming? Were there failures out there that you didn't see coming? But what made it a good year? It's an honest question. I think for me, as we roll into the next year, this next year, 2025, is going to be a year to really push the boundaries of my own fears and shortcomings. And there's some crazy stuff that's going to happen in 2025. It's inevitable. But what did I learn this year is that I had a successful year, but it is stacked upon failure. I've talked about this before. All your success is built on failure. You cannot succeed perfectly without failing. It's not possible. But it's a matter of what you do with it. As far as the mental side, how's your mental health? Mine's good. I can honestly say that. But how's yours? What did you do differently this year to help motivate you to cut out those toxic relationships, to do better in school, do better in work, achieve those goals, make that money that you wanted to make? What'd you do? If it was a successful 2024, Well, really, if it was a unsuccessful 2024, you always got to ask yourself, why, how, and then what are you going to do to fix it? It's to both sides of the coin. Are you going to get better? Yeah, I know I will. I strive every day to get better. Am I going to try and have a better positive mindset? Yeah. Am I going to try to have better mental health? Yeah. But those things are all going to help achieve the goals in 2025, I think. I think we fall into these patterns where every single year we get to the end of the year and we go, man, I didn't get the job that I wanted, or I didn't have enough saved, or I didn't end up with the car that I thought I'd have by now, or that relationship didn't work out the way I thought it would. And what'd you learn? And what are you going to do to make it better? Replay your life. iTunes has got this cool thing. It's like replay 2024. And when you click on it, it pulls up all the music that you've listened to, the minutes that you listened to, your number one artist, your number one song, your number one album. And it's really cool to go back and reflect on my top 100 songs. Because I found one in the middle of the year. I think it was July. And I found one that was it really caught my attention. And I thought to myself, in July, man, it would be cool if I could get this to my top 10. Like, I want to listen to this song a lot because it's a good song. Well, I pulled it up a couple days ago. And outside of the songs that I know that I beat up on my iTunes reel, this song hit number 1. And I was like, man, I didn't even think I listened to it that much. But it was something that motivated me enough to make a difference in what I jumped into my car and the first thing that I put on was. And I was like, man, it's crazy how if you just choose to set a goal and you choose to fulfill that goal, like, it'll happen. If you set goals for yourself and then you don't follow through, you might as well write that goal down on a piece of paper, light it on fire, and let it go. But as I recap, my 2024 is pretty good. Like I said, some ups, some downs. I'm where I want to be. I'm comfortable. My family's good. My work is good. Still love my car. The money's good. It's 35 degrees out here. The sun is shining. I wouldn't change it. But if I wanted to go back and change it, I'd just look at it. And I'd highlight my areas of opportunity in which I grew, especially from the hard stuff. Because 2024, like, it was a good year, but it was a very good year for learning. And I could have just gotten to the end of the year and sulked in all my pain and sorrow and agony and just said the heck with it and, well, better luck next time. But you look at a glass half full and there's some optimism. And I think that's how we have to keep pushing. Don't let yourself get into those positions where you just settle for what you settle with, and you take what you can take and you give what you can give. But at the end of the day, you get in your car, you drive home, you walk into your bathroom, you look yourself in the mirror, and you're just not satisfied. I've had those days. Those days are there. Control what you can control. I can control what time I put my feet down in the morning. I can control how hot my shower is or cold my shower is. I can control how long I want to brush my teeth. I control what song I put on my radio in the morning when I drive to work. Those are the little things. But ever so often we get to work and we think, oh, I can control this. And you can't control how many people are going to stop to get coffee this morning. You can't control how many people are going to pull on the doors of your business. You can't control how many phone calls you're going to take. And then I think about it and I'm like, man, the other thing that's really critical to control is your attitude. And with the holiday seasons, I think it's pretty pivotal to control your attitude in a positive way. Because if you don't control your attitude, you find yourself alone. And alone on the holidays is not a place to be. I'm going to celebrate the holidays with my family. And I always do, I always extend an invitation to the people around me that I know that don't have a family close by or don't have a huge holiday get together with their family, their close family. Hey, just swing by the house. Come grab some eggnog. Maybe I'll get you a gift or something. You have a stocking to open or something like that. But if you sit here and think about it, I named the channel something important because, and a little backstory, it took me a couple of days to figure out what I wanted to name this channel. But reaching out, I felt, was probably the biggest pull to what I'm trying to do out there, because that's exactly what I do over the holiday season. I just reach out to people, whether they've got someplace to go or not. Hey, my house is open. Front door's unlocked. If the garage door's open, I'm home. If my car's in the garage, in the driveway, I'm here. Come in. Make yourself at home. That open door policy goes a long way for me. But it allows me to cater to those that just need something different. And it's a good thing to have. I know that I've got people out there that invite every year. I'm not going to get to make it down to my families this year, but I've got friends that are like, hey, if you're not doing anything, come swing by. And it's good to know that somebody cares. It really is. So the challenge that I'd leave for you after this one and for the rest of the month really is, what's your iTunes replay look like? And that's a metaphor. What's your 2024 playback look like? Were you satisfied? Were you unsatisfied? Think about it. Would you change anything at all? I'd love to know. I'm here for you. There's a comment section for a reason. I don't know how far this will go, but it'll go somewhere. It'll catch somebody. But I really want to know, honestly and truly, from the bottom of my heart, I want to know what your 2024 was like. It can be 3 words. It can be a whole freaking letter in the comment section. But comment down below. Let me know. I respond. I haven't had an opportunity to respond, but I'll respond. I think that's pretty critical. So, let me know. I'm here for you. The holidays are right around the corner. Hope you have a Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. I'm going to try and pump out a couple more of these videos. Reach out to somebody. Let them know you love them. Love you, man. Catch you on the next one.